Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologize for the lack of a co-host, but my good buddy Jason has come down sick. I tried to wait for him. I thought maybe he would show up. He said he was going to show up, but I think the illness has taken him. Hopefully not out of this earthly realm, but probably he's just sleeping. And that's okay. I'm okay with it. Just looking at some of the comments right here. Evening, everyone, says Dove Omega. She writes, evening, everyone. I'm wearing my Mr. Reagan fight shirt right now, but I really love the new Trump profile t-shirt. That one is my favorite. Thank you so much for buying some of our merch. That's fantastic. That's a great way to open the show. Oh, hold on. I'm getting a phone call from Jason. Give me one moment. Oh, okay. Hold on. One second. I don't know why he's calling. I don't know why he's calling me on Signal. But we'll do this. We'll do this way. This is exciting, right? What's going on? I don't even know what's going on. Okay, it's ringing. It says it's ringing, but I don't hear anything, so I don't know what's going on. Oh, there he is. There he is. Hey, Jason. The whole show is watching me talk to you on the phone, and nobody knows what's going on.
I'm coming on.
Oh, he's coming on. All right.
I'm running late. Yeah. Okay.
All good, brother. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, I thought I should come on the show since it was 7 o'clock and just say a couple of things. And the first thing I want to say is, boy, oh boy, do I love Elon Musk. A lot has happened in the past couple of days. Like, it has been crazy. Okay, let me look here. There's a super chat. Eric Wade, thank you very much. Eric Wade, $20. He says, the Trump campaign should run Mr. Reagan ads on all major media and end it with, run Mr. Reagan's ad, my ad parody, on all major media and end it with, I'm Donald Trump and I approve this message. I 100% concur with that. I think that's a brilliant strategy for the Trump campaign. I've been trying to convince Trump or Trump Jr. or somebody, Don Jr., somebody, to go ahead and try to post this on social media because I feel like it would be, heads would explode all over they're already exploding. So I guess I don't know how much of a difference it would make at this point because it's gone super viral. For those of you who don't know, I'm sure everyone knows by now, but I made this little parody ad of Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris came out with her first campaign ad. It was very slick, very pretty. It was a good ad. It was a good ad. I mean, if you're talking just like as a professional filmmaker and, marketer, advertising person, it was an excellent ad, very well made. And I looked at this ad and I thought, this is a very disingenuous ad. This ad is very fake. This ad does not express who Kamala Harris truly is. So I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do what I always do with advertisements that I think are total BS. And I'm going to delete the audio, keep the visuals, and I'm going to put my own audio over the top of it. Now, there was a variety of ways I could have done this, but one way that struck me immediately was, well, what if I do it just like Kamala Harris did? I put her voice into it using AI, and we just use words that I feel like are more honest. Right? The reason it's and this is the funny thing, right? So I put in basically all this stuff about like, I'm Kamala Harris and I'm a total diversity hire and, I'm a total puppet of the deep state and all this kind of thing, right? Which I think is all true. And so a lot of people, they watch this and they go, where's the parody part? Like, this is not a parody. This is the truth, right? But of course, the reason it's a parody is because there's no way on this planet, in this universe, that Kamala Harris would ever admit to these things, especially in a campaign ad. That's why it's funny. It's more honest than a corrupt politician would ever be. That's why it's funny. All right, we got Jason here. Let's have a look. My boy. Is that for me? Is that for?
That is for you. That is for you. Standing ovation. The man who has destroyed the Kamala Harris campaign.
That was my favorite thing anybody said, actually. You texted me and you go, I think you may have single-handedly destroyed Kamala Harris's political campaign here. I was just like, oh, if only that were true. I hope you're right, man. I hope you're right. I don't think that's true, but
I do. It was massive. It's like, what, 130 million views right now?
It's insane. Yeah. I mean, it's a cultural phenomenon for sure.
Yep.
God, I'm getting texts from literally everybody. I got all these interviews lined up for tomorrow, the next day, all the way to the weekend. I'm kind of like jam-packed full of interviews. And it's weird, man. Like I've been texted, like I've never gotten, been written to by people from like the New York Times and
that's wild.
The Associated Press and ABC News. And, just about every news agency in the world is trying to text me right now going, they all are asking the same thing. What's the software you use to make your AI voice so good? And I'm like, I'm not going to tell you that because the thing is, if they find out who it is, like they find out like what software I used or whatever it is that I did to make that work, they're going to, it'll be like a campaign to cancel that company or to force them to put in place, measures so that I can't do that anymore. But like, I should be able to do that because look, at the end of the day, if I really wanted to deceive people, because it was a pretty good Kamala Harris voice, right? What I was able to develop was good. So, but the thing is, if I wanted to, I could have used it in a sinister way, right? I could have, it was a good enough voice where if I wanted people to think Kamala Harris said something she didn't, I could have gone out and tried to do that. But that didn't even cross my mind, right? You know what I used it for, Jason? I used it to make people smile.
Yeah.
I used it to brighten people's day. I used it to try to make people laugh, okay? There's nothing sinister about that. It was a beautiful... Yeah, go on.
Yeah, you know what they hate? You know what they really hate? They hate the fact that your parody is actually truth. That's what they hate. That it's so
I'm spreading the truth with comedy. Yeah.
But it's so impactful because they can't argue your points there in the parody. So
exactly. It's a devastating message. It's a devastating video, and I think that they are not used to being hit with comedy in that way, because traditionally comedy punches to the right. Punches at us. It punches at conservatives. Punches at Trump. There's very few comedians who sort of punch left. There are a few. JP Sears, I think, is this guy's name, but he doesn't even punch left really. He just kind of like, he makes jokes that are relatively neutral. He makes fun of the far left, the radical left, the crazy left. But there's not a lot of people who make fun of the politicians. Joe Biden was, of course, an easy mark. Everybody made fun of him a little bit, but like, and it's funny. Even leftists would make fun of Joe Biden, because Joe Biden was so easy to make a joke out of.
Yeah. But the other thing is their politicians are like public figures, so they can't argue. Like you can do parodies, you can do all kinds of things with public figures like that. So
exactly. Yeah.
But that wouldn't stop them from trying to cancel, like you said, the companies or and everyone. We gotta pray for Chris's safety. I was telling Chris the other day, but after all this happened, I said, "Oh, good thing you're not in the United States."
No, I think I'll be all right. Look, Gavin Newsom came out. This is kind of a crazy thing. Gavin Newsom came out. I can go ahead and put this up here.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he actually said, "Oh, you know what we're going to do? We're going to set up some kind of a law so that you can no longer create the parodies that I created." Like that was the idea. That's the idea, right? So he's written here. He's posted it. Manipulating a voice in a quote unquote ad like this one should be illegal. I'll be signing a bill in a matter of weeks to make sure it is. Well, Gavin Newsom, that is unconstitutional.
Yep.
Right, that curtails my freedom of speech. I did not make that ad to trick anybody. Okay, so if you make it illegal for me to create a funny video using Kamala Harris's voice, you have violated the Constitution. That's what I say. And so Elon Musk comes along, and he tweets back at Gavin Newsom.
It's great.
Responds to this, right? Because they use this, oh, Elon Musk is so sad face, right? So Elon Musk comes back, and I thought this was a very intelligent and appropriate. I mean, he addressed this question with an expert. Elon Musk comes in, he goes, I checked with a renowned world authority professor, sug on these nuts. And he said parody is legal in America. And then he posted my original tweet. And the reason that this is such here's the thing. Here's the reason why this is such a big deal for me, anyway. First of all, sug on these nuts, world-renowned professor of legality in America. So brilliant man to be referencing there. But then, okay, so the first time Elon tweeted my video, the one that got, whatever it was, 130 million views or whatever, he actually didn't tweet my my post. He tweeted just the video. So nobody knew that I made it. Like everybody in America saw it. And I had friends call me, go, dude, did you make that? Because I was watching. I didn't realize until I saw the end, and I saw your little thing at the end just for like quick second. I thought, oh my God, did Chris make this? And I'm like, yeah, man. So, a few people did. I got a few followers, new followers and stuff like that. But then when I noticed, and he pinned this, by the way, Elon Musk pinned this to his page. And it's weird. Like I never really understood why people get all starstruck and celebrities. Celebrities are very powerful. I kind of understand now why people go nuts about celebrities, because, the power of Elon Musk posting my video and it going super viral isn't because he started up Tesla. It's not because he started up PayPal. It's not because he's a billionaire. It's not because he's a genius. It's not because he makes these rocket ships to go to Mars. It's not because he does any of these amazing things. It's at the end of the day, it's really just because he's famous. Right? Elon Musk is famous enough. He's got enough followers. People love him enough that he can post a video of mine and it just goes boom, super viral. Right? I call it nuclear. It went nuclear. Right? That's the power of fame, right? So I can understand why people get all crazy about fame and stuff, I guess. So he posts this one. But the cool thing about this is now people know who made the video, right? They see my Twitter page, right? So people are going to my Twitter page. I'm like, jump onto my YouTube channel, because that's where I make most of my money, YouTube. So you can see I'm kind of like hawking it right here. Like I'm trying to pitch to people. I'm trying to milk this for all I can. Yeah. But I just thought that was hilarious. I just thought that the professor zug on these nuts.
Yeah.
I thought that was absolutely brilliant. And that's the kind of response that you need with that kind of absurdity. Like they're taking it so damn seriously. And the thing that pisses me off, and I made a video about this, you guys can go watch it. It's doing pretty well. The thing that pisses me off is like they know that this is a joke. They know that this was not intended to trick anybody. They're pretending to believe that we're trying to trick people with this video. That's the lie. That's actually the lie. Actually, MMA Fix jumps in. He says, "I'm now going to hire you as my marketer. Great job. Don't hire me. Hire Elon. Elon is the best marketer in the freaking world, man." And then he writes, "We're going to convince Elon to fund your cartoon." I need to make that cartoon. Better yet, I've got a lot of TV shows and movies that need to get made. So maybe I can convince Elon to turn Twitter into like another Netflix, and we'll start doing movies and TV shows and stuff like that. Another thing that was quite cool. This actually just happened a little bit more recently. Let me try to post this. This is quite funny. Well, I think it's funny. I don't know. Most people probably don't care. But I actually posted because the Kamala Harris campaign actually responded to my video. They put out a press release, press statement, an email to the press, essentially responding to my ad, to my parody. And they wrote, "We believe the American people want the real freedom, opportunity, and security of Vice President Harris." Okay, sorry. Let me try to read that again because I messed it up. "We believe the American people want the real freedom, opportunity, and security Vice President Harris is offering, not the fake, manipulated lies of Elon Musk and Donald Trump." And I thought this was very offensive. right? So I wrote back and I
Yeah.
said, whoa, whoa, whoa. These are my fake manipulated lies. And what's funny is I jumped on here this morning and I saw, well, for me it's morning, for you guys it's night, but I jumped on here and I was like 115,000 views, 5,800 likes. Like, what the heck is going on with this? Because I don't get that kind of like traction. I thought, okay, maybe Sebastian Gorka retweeted it or something, because like if he retweets one of my things, they usually do well. So I scrolled down and there he is again.
Wow.
Elon Musk responded back, yeah. So I was just like, oh, thanks, man. So now we're BFFs. I just want you guys to know, me and Elon, we're BFFs now. Anyway, so that's my adventure for today. It's actually funny. I tried to get Kurt, Kurt, the third host of the show that disappeared at some point. I tried to get him on the phone to talk about all the stuff that had been going on, because, obviously everybody wants to talk to me about this and everything, and it's getting crazy. And so I thought it'd be fun to talk to Kurt about it. So I call him up, or he was texting me, and I call him up and he's like, dude, I want to take a nap. Why are you calling me? I'm like, I just had a video get 125 million views, and you want to take a nap? And he finally calls me back. He goes, dude, you're Chris Cole. Something crazy happens to you like every week. Like, what? My life is so weird, crazy. Like, crazy things happen to me so often that Kurt was actually bored by this. It's just like, we don't need to discuss this, Chris. Your life is too interesting, which is nice. It was a nice compliment, but this was a big one. I mean, I think this is a big deal, that video, because here's the thing. Elon Musk posting it, that was obviously the primary. It would never have gone that super viral had he not posted. So thank you, Elon Musk. But there is a reason that it went viral. And it's like you said, like a lot of the stuff in the video, although it's parody, is true. I was talking about before you jumped on the show, actually. What I was trying to do is tell the truth in the video, but it's a truth that Kamala Harris would never say in a campaign ad. That's why it's funny, right? That's why it's a parody. It's not a parody because what I'm saying is a lie. It's a parody because Kamala Harris would never say it. And she would never say it in a campaign video. Maybe you'd hear her say something about it privately, in like a leaked conversation or something. But you never hear it in a campaign video in that way. That's why it's so funny, right? And so the absurdity of saying, like, they're trying to deceive you with this deep fake, come on. Is anybody really believing that? Do even leftists believe that? I've had people tweet me like, dude, you're going to go to prison for this.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, am I? Okay. All right. Come at me. Yeah. It's kind of silly, but it's pretty crazy, man. I even can't, I didn't really sleep last night, so I can't, because when it's nighttime where I am, it's daytime over there. So I'm fielding emails, I'm fielding phone calls. I haven't slept at all. So anyway, Jason, do you want to take over and maybe give us a better perspective from like somebody standing on the sidelines watching this happen? How does it feel to be friends with Mr. Reagan?
Well, I'm co-host on a show with you. That's dangerous. I'm like, well, now all these people are gonna see me too in this Mr. Reagan channel. So scary times.
Watch back, watch your six, bro.
But what I was thinking was somebody told me that I keep saying so okay, so I'll try to stop saying that.
I'll start doing it. Go on.
So my thing is your audience. I know I said it again. Your audience is mainly conservative. Like we're preaching to the choir pretty much here, But with this, you've reached everybody. So now the lefties, Democrats, everybody has seen what you have done. And
I was actually going to do a video. I'm still going to do this video, but do a video sort of breaking down what my thought process was whilst I was making the video. But so I'll give you guys a little bit of an idea of what that video is going to be. When I was producing this video, I actually had written more things, or I had thought through more things that I could have put in the video about Kamala Harris. But I actually wanted to keep it simple for that exact reason, Jason. I wanted it to be just like a couple of nuggets that I thought were obvious truths to conservatives that maybe a leftist hadn't heard, but that would be easily digestible. So I actually made this video for independents and leftists who had never heard anything like this before. And you put it in as a kind of a joke, and they hear it as a kind of a joke, and they kind of dismiss it as a kind of a joke. But maybe it sticks in their head a little bit, you know what I mean? And they start to think, oh, maybe that's not a joke. You know, maybe they hear it in a couple of other places and they go, is she a deep state puppet? Oh, is she a diversity hire? That kind of makes sense, actually, because she's completely inept. You know, and so, you know, and this whole thing about the border, because the thing is, the clips I used of her were accurate. I think that's the left also gets nuts about that. Is like, I did this whole thing where I go, you know, I had the deep fake voice, whatever, the AI voice, say, you know, I think it's important to, what was it? The, you know, to think about the significance of insignificance. And I think just even thinking about the significance of insignificance is in itself significant, right? I have her say that. But then I play the clip of her saying, I like to think about the significance of time, of the passage of time. There's a lot of significance to the passage. She just kept saying the damn thing over and over and over again, right? So I put that in there, that clip in there. It's a real clip of her, right? You can go find it on YouTube. And then later on, I have the AI version of her say, you know, but my knowledge of whatever it is, my knowledge of international politics is shocking, right? And then I play her talking about international politics. She's saying, we have we have a, what do you call it, a treaty or an allyship or whatever with North Korea. North Korea?
Yeah.
What? What are you talking about? That's a real clip of her. You know, she actually said that. So I'm putting real clips in with it. So the AI voice is just more of a facilitator for the stuff that, like, she really is an idiot. You know? She really is incompetent. You know, so I wanted to put in some real stuff, and the more of the AI stuff was obviously absurd. It was obviously a joke. So I thought that was pretty clear. You know, part of the reason this went viral is because, or at least the left made it go viral, is because Elon Musk kind of forgot to put the word parody in when he retweeted it the first time. Like, I had put parody in big letters. I think when Elon Musk watched the video, he saw it thinking parody, reposted it thinking parody. I don't even think it occurred to him that he should write it because it was so obvious parody.
Yeah.
I do this as a job, right? I post videos as a job, and I'm ultra sensitive to, like, YouTube freaking out and stuff like that. Twitter's probably not going to censor Elon Musk. You know, the X is probably not going to censor Elon Musk. So he's not ultra sensitive. Like, oh, is X going to censor me if I don't put parody on this? No, he doesn't even think about that, right? He just thinks this is a parody. This is a great parody. I'm going to post it. And I think he wrote, like, this is amazing or something like that.
Yep. This is amazing.
I was like, richest man in the world, you know, rockets to Mars, first viable electric car, for, you know, but I'm amazing because I make funny videos. I thought that was totally fair. Anyway,
yeah.
But anyway, sorry I interrupted you. I want to hear what you have to say.
No, but that's the good thing about it. Like, it reached even the people on the left, Democrats, and all that. And the thing about it is that it kind of hit them. It was kind of like a hit because like we said, there's truth to it. So even they know, they're watching this and they're like, man, this is this is on their end. This is bad. This is like showing the truth here. You know, and maybe hopefully some of on that side will wake up too and realize, yeah, this person.
I hope so.
Pretty much, yeah.
I hope so. I mean, I don't think I really believe that Kamala Harris was kind of doomed to begin with. I really believe she's a sacrificial lamb. I know Gorka hates when I say that because he's like, you got to get out and vote. You know, they're going to throw everything at you. And I really do think there are different factions within the deep state. And part of those, you know, part of that group has put Kamala in thinking if she gets destroyed by Trump, which she probably will, she's not going to be so valuable that we're going to, like, lose somebody that we need 4 years from now, you know. Whereas the other side of the deep state says, well, we don't care who you put in. You can put in the sacrificial lamb. You can put in the greatest candidate in the world. We're going to cheat so hard that they're going to win no matter who it is. Right. So I do think that there is still a threat, but it's not necessarily from Kamala. It's more from just the cheating. I don't think in a fair fight, Kamala has even the remotest chance of coming close to
That's where the threat is. The threat is in the steal. That's where the threat is.
The threat's in the steal.
That's why
I always used to say previously before Kamala was chosen, I used to say it's not really about if the Democrat can win. It's about whether or not the Democrat media and the other politicians and that Democrat candidate can convince the American people that the cheat is believable, right? If they can get close enough to where the cheat is believable so that they don't get caught, right? That's as close as they need to get. Right? They can convince everybody that Kamala is viable, then they could potentially cheat without getting caught. Let me just jump in here real quick. Thumper Sweaty Fat Guy. I love your name, man. You have the best name. He says, hiding in Bali equals no camping accidents with head wounds. Shh, don't tell them where I am, man. Yeah. No, it's great here. Like, things are good. Things are good. Life is good. Yeah, I do eventually have to get back to the States, and it's looking more like I may have to go back at some point just because of like all of this happening. It looks like I'll probably have to head out soon. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm loving it here. Yeah, life's good. Going to the gym all the time, getting fit. Life's nice. Life's good. But anyway, you got anything else to say about this, or should we move on to the stories? We don't really have a lot of news today, actually. I told everybody you're sick. That's why you're late.
Yeah, and I'm out of it now. I'm drugged up, and over the weekend I just got this really bad illness and cold. I think it's just crazy. My throat was like killing me, and
this is gonna be a short one today, guys. I think I didn't.
But I was like, I don't care, sick or not, we're doing it. This is a big
you kept texting me. He's like, we gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta do it. So, yeah.
So we're doing it. You'll see me. I'll be muting. Like right now, I'm gonna mute. So yeah.
I should be doing that actually. Yeah.
But this is the moment I've been waiting for, like for forever, for something to hit off, because I knew eventually one of your things, or something that we did will actually take off. But this is great. And I remember I remember telling you you were doing a video, and I was like, you got to put that up. You got to put that up. Because I know you had some problems with it. Chris is a perfectionist. So
I was annoyed because I actually missed a word. There's like a word that is stated that's not in it, which it still annoys me actually thinking about it. But what's funny is after I posted it, I was like, whatever, I don't care. It's up now. There was like a little mistake in it. I was like, whatever. And I go, Jason, if this doesn't go viral, I give up.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Yeah,
I literally said that because I knew, I was like, if this doesn't go viral, like what's gonna go viral? This is like exactly what you. Yeah. It's funny. Like sometimes you make something, you're like, okay, this is good. This is the correct thing for the moment. This has to do well. Like how could this not do well? It's too good. Like, but the problem I have is that YouTube has me so strapped down. So. Such a stranglehold on my channel. They got the boot on my neck. It's funny. It's like that original video post on YouTube. I think it only has like 200,000 views or something like that. Maybe it's better now. I can actually look. But what's crazy is there's a guy who did a review of my original video, and he's got like 3 million views on that video.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm looking at it here. It looks like I've got 230,000, something like that. So this guy with 1/10 of my number of subscribers got 10 times the number of views that I got for reviewing my original video. If you watch my original video, if you go look at my original video, it says here I got about 230,000 views, which is great for my channel. That's great.
That's great. That's a fraction of like the millions and millions and millions on X and other people's YouTube.
Yeah, so some guy goes out and it's a pretty good review actually, but he watches the video on Elon Musk's Twitter page, X page, and he reacts to it, and that gets 3 million views.
Yeah, wild.
But my original video on YouTube gets thanks YouTube. You guys are such sweethearts. You guys are amazing. And the crazy thing is, like a moment ago, I don't know if it's still, I can go look, but this video actually had something like a click-through rate. Click-through rate is like, so however many times the video pops up in front of people, like whatever percentage of those people click on it, that's a click-through rate. Click-through rates are usually like 2 or 3%. If you got a really good video, maybe it's like 5%. I will often get frequently like 10 to 15% because my videos are so constricted as to who sees them, right? So I often get pretty high click-through rates. For the really good videos, if I'm really lucky, maybe I at some point peak and I hit 19, 20%. This video, this Kamala Harris campaign ad video, the click-through rate, the last time I looked at it, well, right now it says 37.9%. That's insane. Before I looked at it, it was at 42%. I think it was the highest I saw. 42%. That's almost half the people that see it click on it. You know, that's how crazy it is. And I went down and I looked to see like what are the options that people are using to find this video. And the top two are YouTube search, so people are searching for it specifically, and external, meaning they're coming in from Twitter. The browse features, the other sort of recommendations from YouTube, that's like third and below. Like the top things have nothing to do with the YouTube algorithm. YouTube algorithm is not helping me. Yeah. YouTube just does not want people to see this. I don't know I don't actually think it's this video specifically. I think this is just my channel, right? I think my channel is just screwed. You know, I think that I'm shadow banned to the hilt.
Yep.
And YouTube's got me screwed, and I can never really make decent money now on YouTube because they've got me so shadow banned. It's like I have a small business, YouTube, and this is true of all conservatives. Like we deserve to hear people express their ideas. Like I made a funny comedy video and people can't see it because what? Because you don't agree with me that Trump should be the next president. You think it should be Kamala. You know, before that you thought what? It should be Biden. That's what you really thought. Okay. So I'm not allowed to express myself because you disagree with me about who should be president. It's so stupid. Well,
look what they're doing with the Trump assassination attempt. They're wiping it out. They're erasing the history of that. You know, like I'm watching like on the internet.
Bro, that's later. That's later. We're getting that's a news story that you posted.
Yeah,
but that's a big deal. Yeah,
yeah, it's wild. It's wild. But you know what's great? Like I'm seeing all the articles, like NBC, MSNBC, and all these articles on you, and I'm like, wow. That's when you know you've hit it big time as a conservative.
Aligning a little bit. Yeah, it's nice. It's actually great. Like I love being attacked by the left because you know you're doing something good. Right? When you see the leftist heads explode, you go, I'm making a difference, right? I'm making an impact. I'm helping to shift the culture. And when I started this channel, it was always about shifting the culture in a way that I thought would improve the lives of everyday Americans. You know, making America great again. That's really what I wanted to do, right? Like a lot of it was like, just try to talk about conservative values and these ideas in a way that isn't embarrassing. I think a lot of times people are like, oh, I want to talk about, you know, trying to make the world a better place, but I don't want to talk about Christianity or God or, you know, these different ideas that I have because I don't want people to think I'm lame or call me racist or whatever it might be. So I thought, well, if I do a channel, like I'm pretty good at speaking, you know, relatively cool, decent looking guy. That's really arrogant, but I thought, you know, if you're like a normal person, I mean, essentially that's how kind of I think of myself. It's like a normal person. I'm a normal guy from Oregon. And if I can just talk about these issues in a way that is confident and normal, I think other people will be inspired to talk about them the same way. And I always said comedy is the best way to attack the left and stupid crap from the left. And I was finally able to execute that with this video. So I'm really happy about that. Dame Piglet just jumped in. She says, now that you're fancy, don't forget us little people. Oh, I've already forgotten you, Dame Piglet. You out of mind. No,
didn't you see he started the show without me? He already forgot about me.
I did. I already forgot about it. Rick Humphrey gave us $10, but he didn't write anything. Sometimes that happens. People try to. So if you have something you want to say, please put it in the regular chat. Hopefully Jason will see it. Do it in all caps. Maybe we'll have.
I had a friend. One of my friends told me that I think he wrote Scott, but I guess that's Scott Adams. Talked about your parody in his live stream today.
A lot of people. I think Viva Frey talked about me. A few people have gone through and talked about my thing. People are sending me. Oh, this guy talked about you. That guy talked. That's cool. I mean, it's really great, man. I mean, they're talking about the video. They're not talking about me specifically, but it's fun. I don't. What's interesting? Like the notoriety from a business standpoint, right? Because I run a business, right? My show is a business. So from a business standpoint, it's critical that I make sure that I capitalize on this as much as I can. That's why I got my YouTube links everywhere, and I'm like, "Oh, thanks, Elon," and I'm like,
you did show the video before you went live, right? You showed it here before you went live, right?
No, of course not.
Oh, you should have opened up with that.
You want me to show the video live?
You should have opened up with that, yeah. The algorithm.
All right. Let's have a look. Oh, this is kind of fun. Hold on. Let me post this. This is quite good. Kamala Harris, had posted on her. Oh, hold on, Dame Piglet jumped.
Oh yeah. By the way, AOC's happy that this happened. Now you're more on Kamala than her now. So she's happy that Mr. Reagan is off of AOC now.
I'm off AOC. Yeah. Don't say that I'm on AOC. You're gonna the wrong idea. All right. Dame Piglet says, I didn't even see that you're live tonight. I just knew that you were live at 6. YouTube sucks. Yeah, 6. That must be like Central Time, I guess.
Yeah.
That sucks that they're not posting that. Let me go ahead and share this. This is quite a funny one, I think. Kamala. There you go. Yeah. So Kamala Harris, she goes ahead and she posts her campaign ad, right? Like the campaign ad that she made her normal
selection.
They're throwing yours on it.
Actually, it's a very slick.
What kind of
look how good this ad
do we want to live in?
It's a good ad. I mean, her voice is annoying, but the music's good and everything. The cutting's good. It's all good. So I wrote, my version's better.
I, Kamala Harris, am your Democrat candidate for president because Joe Biden finally exposed his
Oh, man. Oh, man.
I was selected because I am the ultimate diversity hire. I'm both a woman and a person of color. So if you criticize anything I say, you're both sexist and racist. I may not know the first thing about running the country, but remember, that's a good thing if you're a deep state puppet. I had 4 years under the tutelage of the ultimate deep state puppet, a wonderful mentor, Joe Biden. Joe taught me rule number 1, carefully hide your total incompetence. I take insignificant things and I discuss them as if they're significant. And I believe that exploring the significance of the insignificant is in itself significant.
Talking about the significance of the passage of time, right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time, and there is such great significance to the passage of time.
Another trick is trying to sound black. I pretend to celebrate Kwanzaa, and in my speeches, I always do my best Barack Obama impression. So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type. And okay, look, maybe my work addressing the root causes of the border crisis were catastrophic, but my knowledge of international politics is truly shocking.
The United States shares a very important relationship, which is an alliance with the Republic of North Korea. It is an alliance that is strong and enduring.
And just remember, when voting this November, it is important to see what can be unburdened by what has been. And by what has been, I mean, Joe Biden. You think the country went to shit over the past 4 years? You ain't seen nothing yet.
Man, that is so damn good, Chris.
It is good.
Man, I'm jealous.
I haven't seen it in a while.
Why didn't I come up with that? I know all this. I'm like a pro at AI, and I didn't even think about doing this.
You know, it's funny. I don't know if everybody knows what the Gillette thing is. The thing at the end where I go Gillette, right? So the very, very first parody that I ever did was for that crazy Gillette ad where they're like, "Men, you should do better," toxic masculinity, right? And everybody's like, "What the hell is this?" So I made a parody of that, and at the very end of it, Gillette used to have this theme song, Gillette, the best of men.
I, Kamala Harris, and your Democrat.
Sorry about that. So then instead of, the normal song where they go, Gillette, the best a man can get, I thought it would be funny to have this sort of like weak pathetic sounding voice just at the end go, Gillette, like kind of creepy, like a horror movie or something. So I posted that at the end of the Gillette video, and it became sort of like I don't know, like famous, like people who like my channel, they always remember that Gillette thing. So anytime I did a parody, I always end it with Gillette at the very end. So that's why that's in there. In case you don't know, I mean, I'm sure everybody watching this show knows, but yeah. So I forgot about the black stuff. I forgot about the stuff like I always try to sound black,
which was great.
That kind of made me laugh. That was pretty funny, man. I don't, it's funny. Like if you make you forget what the joke is and you hear it, you're like, oh, that's a good joke.
No, and the laugh at the end is like just perfect.
The laugh's a real laugh. The laugh's a real laugh. I didn't AI that.
But it's like the cherry on top. It's like just so perfect.
Yeah, I don't know how I did it, actually. Every once in a while, you just get kind of like stroke of genius, Julie R. just jumped in. She says, that video was absolutely perfect. You are always spot on. People who don't know about you are missing out. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, Julie R. Oh, my gosh. You're going to make me cry. Christys Corner jumps in. 199. She says, so freaking good. Thank you so much, Christys Corner. That was Dame Frodo Lives, wasn't it? Dame Frodo Lives, and she's changed her name to Christys Corner. So if you don't know who Christys Corner is, it's Dame.
She has her own
Frodo
YouTube show, by the way, people. So check
that's
her out.
right. Subscribe to Christys Corner, please. Everybody's gonna jump on that bandwagon. I keep telling her, she keeps telling me, oh, I just dropped another video. I'm like, can you send me the link? Because she'll email me. And I'm like, can you send me the link? Because I haven't seen a single episode yet. She just keeps telling me she's dropped these videos. I'm like, send me the link. Anyway, I'll watch you, but you got to send me the link. Yeah, let's look at some of the news, because there's some pretty interesting news right now going on. You posted a couple of these to me. You sent them to me. This is Clown World. No, not Clown World. That's the last one. Oh yeah, here we go. This is the JD Vance stuff. Yeah, this is kind of crazy, right? They're saying that JD Vance is a weird dude.
Yeah.
He's like the most normal guy on the planet. Yeah. They're like, oh, he's such a weird guy. Because they made up some actual, like, it's funny because like my video is obviously created to make people laugh. I'm not trying to spread misinformation. I'm not trying to lie to anybody, deceive anybody. But they came up with some weird rumor that he had like had some kind of like messed up physical relationship with a couch or something.
Yeah. No, and they tried to do what you did with the AI video with him singing like a rap song. And I'm like, these people, like the left they can't meme, they can't make jokes, they can't do satire. Right. It's ridiculous.
Right. But
I
didn't see that.
You know what's the best part about this story is these people have no self-awareness. No self-awareness.
Right. Well, so people instead of like accepting what they're saying about JD Vance and like going, oh, this is a problem, they're going, have you seen what the left looks like, you guys?
Yep. Yep.
JD Vance is not weird. The left is weird. Okay, JD Vance is normal. So let's go ahead and look at some of this stuff. Yeah. So they're like, JD Vance is weird. Same people. That's a great one. Mostly peaceful Latinas. That's great. JD Vance is weird. Let's go. Oh, JD Vance actually posted this himself. That's pretty cool.
My pronouns are she, her, and hers.
She, her, and her. Mine too.
The good one.
That was actually pretty good. I don't really like Chris Cuomo, but that was good. That was quite funny. And then Sarah Carter, love Sarah Carter. She writes, JD Vance is weird. Yeah, beautiful. This is Donald Trump Jr. This makes sense. Everybody's jumping on the bandwagon. I should jump on this bandwagon. JD Vance is weird. And this is Team Kamala Harris. Yeah.
You know it.
Indeed, I do.
Yeah, but dum. Ha 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 ha. JD Vance is weird. Again, JD Vance is weird. Is this dude thing? Kingsley Wilson, don't know who that is. JD Vance is weird, and it's Biden sniffing women's hair. Sniffing hair thing is so weird. Like it's like what a weird.
It is sniffing hair and touching them, physically touching them.
But do you think he's actually sniffing the hair, or do you think it's something else and just looks like he's sniffing the hair? He just wants to get his face close to them or something. I don't know.
I think it's degenerate behavior.
Whatever it is, it's definitely weird.
Why would you do that to a little girl? To little girls, like everybody knows. Don't go near little girls. Don't touch them. Don't like it's just not doesn't look good. Even
it's kind of sad
all
though,
your
actually,
best-
because like
all the best
100
intentions
years
you have.
ago, right?
Let's just say all the best intentions you have, it's not going to look right. It's just not going to look right.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. Okay, end wokeness. Right, JD Vance is weird, but then of course these people look like this. Oh, they are so weird. Okay,
That's a great one right there.
JD Vance is weird. I love this. This is like the best thing ever. JD Vance is weird. Yeah, this is a real thing. This is a real photograph that somebody took. Oh my gosh. Why is the left crazy? This lives at TikTok. They're amazing. JD Vance is weird. These people, we saw that one. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was fun. I'm going to have nightmares. Yeah.
You know, it would have been great.
I'm
just, this is out of the subject, but this would have been great. Like, if you were just known as Mr. Reagan, you were hidden, and it was like a libs of TikTok thing. They want to out you and start searching you who you are and all that. That would have been big news.
What do you mean?
Your video is kind of like a libs of TikTok moment, like them trying to get you now. So,
like trying to out me or like
yeah, but they can't because you're already out.
Somebody had suggested that I need to be careful because they're going to try to like blackmail me or something. This is like a buddy of mine was saying this, and I'm like, there's nothing to blackmail me with. Like they can't. There's no way they can do that because I'm clean. There's nothing there. So they could try. They can try looking it up, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
They're looking into what kind of porn you watch.
The only thing they could do is like invent dirt. They could they could manufacture it. That's something they can do to anyone, I think, probably. But I mean, they tried to do it to Trump, I think, and didn't end up panning out. The whole Russian collusion nonsense and like hookers peeing on him and all that kind of crap. I don't know if you remember that. Jason's dying over here. What a trooper coming in sick. Fantastic.
Hey, it's a moment. I can't miss it.
All right, so we got that weird thing. There was one other one I thought you wanted. Oh yeah, the Supreme Court one. Yes.
Oh yeah, this pisses me off.
You know what? Here's the thing. So I did read through this article, right? Biden unveils plan for Supreme Court changes. Says that the U.S. stands at the breach as public confidence sinks. Look, it's weird. Like he's so insignificant. like I think people forget that Joe Biden's still president.
Mm-hmm.
Technically,
yeah.
Because he's just so irrelevant. That's the word I'm looking for.
But a lot of people are asking, like, where's Biden? Is he actually in charge now, or because it seems like Kamala's like the one in charge.
Was he ever in charge? Was he ever in charge?
Exactly. Never. Exactly.
Go take a nap, Biden. We know you don't do anything.
Yeah.
But crazy?
This is obvious about the Democrats. Like if they can't beat you the right way, they'll try to cheat and they'll try to like change everything to work in their favor. Like this is their goal. This is their goal to get to the Supreme Court.
Well, so the Supreme Court thing, this is weird. Like, I think you have to change the Constitution for a lot of the stuff they want to do. And they need a ton of votes for that, right? They can't just have like a slim majority to
hold on,
to
Chris. I got to pause you for 1 second.
Yeah, go.
Mr. Josh just wrote, Jason looks more and more like Abraham Lincoln as the show progresses. Thank you. I mean, he's not the greatest looking guy, but I'll take it. I don't mind looking like Abraham Lincoln.
He is a good man. He's a good man.
Yep.
Emil Koloff has jumped in
Halloween costume.
Emil Koloff has jumped in with €6. €6. So these are euros from the Netherlands, I believe. He's written hello from the Netherlands. That video slayed me. The outrage about it even more. Looking forward to your next banger. I actually do have another comedy type video planned, but because of all the interviews and all this stuff, like I haven't really been able to work on it. But yeah, I do have one planned. So thank you very much, Emil Kolov. I do love the Netherlands. I do love the Dutch people. They're great people. Some of my best friends are Dutch, weirdly. I get along with the Dutch really well as friends. Like even the chicks, I get along as friends. Not so much. I don't think I would potentially. Well, I mean, you never know. You never know. But like, I've never met a Dutch girl that I've been like, oh yeah, I'm gonna date this girl. But they always are like my best friends ever. I love the Dutch people. Great people.
I had a bad experience. I had a bad experience with the Dutch first time I went to Europe. But I'm not going to say here because that's a long story.
Okay. Yeah. I've only had good experiences with the Dutch. Vice President Kamala Harris says the proposal President Joe Biden has unveiled for changing the U.S. Supreme Court would help restore confidence in the court. Okay, yeah, sure. Only among like crazy leftists. That's the weird thing about it. Biden unveils his plan for Supreme Court changes. Says U.S. stands at the breach as public confidence sinks by. Oh wow, that's somebody messed up the. Breitbart always has like these weird glitchy formatting errors and things. All right, let's look at this. Washington AP. There we go. Joe Biden has unveiled a long-awaited proposal for changes at the Supreme Court, calling on Congress to establish term limits and an enforceable ethics code. An enforceable ethics code. What a bunch of dickheads. Calling on Congress to establish term limits and, ethical, whatever. Enforceable ethics code to the 9 justices. He's also pressing lawmakers to ratify a constitutional amendment limiting presidential immunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
Them. But you know what's funny about this? Like when they pass all these things, it always ends up later on biting them in their ass. Like the policies they pass, like what they want to do with the Supreme Court, it always ends up biting them. It always starts to work against them in the future. You know, like they don't think. They think of the moment. They want to win at the moment, and they're willing to destroy everything, but they don't realize the effect it has later, and it has a bad effect on them as well later on.
Potentially, yeah. Well, but as I read through the article, it became very apparent that they were not going to be able to do really any of this stuff. And what they were doing is virtue signaling, right? They were basically telling leftists, this is what we want to do, but we can't do this because we don't have a big enough majority in the House, whatever it is. So, I mean, they don't have any majority in the House. They don't have a big enough majority in the Senate. They don't have a majority in the House. So how do we get this stuff passed? You've got to vote for us in massive, massive numbers so that we can do this like radical legislation that we want to do. I don't think it's going to work. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't even know why it's just a stupid, you know what the left needs to do that's going to, this is the only thing that they could do to really redeem themselves at this point. They need to have they need to show to America that they're self-aware, right? They need to show to America, listen, we messed up, okay? We went too far with a lot of this woke crap, all right? They need to at least pretend to be common sense Americans, right? Like Donald Trump. They need to say, the truth is, we don't want to pretend any of this BS anymore, but we have these policies that we think are important, but we're going to accept the sort of like common sense American values that are being espoused here because, they're right. Like, I think the left is so anti-Christian. I think this is where it all comes from. I think they're so anti-Christian that they're actually willing to say things that are completely insane just because it sort of like goes against what they perceive Christianity is for, right? It may not even be what Christianity is for, but it's what they perceive Christianity is for. And whatever that might be, they are against it, right? So this whole like thing that you saw at the Paris Olympics, which I don't even want to talk about. I actually texted you. I'm like, do you even want to talk about this? And you're like, no. I'm like, me neither. This is disgusting crap. The whole LGBTQ freak show that they're doing over there, like it's like making a mockery of Christianity. It's like it's like blatantly blasphemous. They're like, we hate Christianity, essentially. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? You're just a degenerate piece of crap. You're just telling everybody you're a degenerate piece of crap. But that's their sickness, right? Their sickness, and most people. Aren't going to
meanwhile,
like
their
that.
country's being taken over by the ultimate fascist religion, Islam.
Yeah,
You know, and
but
they
the
don't say
thing is-
anything. Go ahead.
Well, the thing is, the vast majority of people, I would say, even like the average Muslim, would see that and be like, "Why would you do that? Like, what is
Yeah.
wrong
Oh
with
yeah.
you?"
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the average atheist would be like, "Why would you do that? Like, what kind of a sick, effed up person would just put their middle finger up to like a priest?" You know what I mean? Like, I had a buddy who was an atheist. This is back in Miami, actually. And we're going across the street. Me and my buddy were going across the street. And this car kind of like came a little too close to him or honked his horn or something. My buddy flipped off the car, and then turned back like white as a ghost, eyed wide open, and just like walked all the way across the crosswalk. And I go, what's going on? And he goes, I just flipped off a priest. He was like really shocked and ashamed. And the guy was an atheist, but he respected the priest anyway, right? He respected him, and he wouldn't do something like that because he wasn't a monster. You know, just being an atheist or just being, you know, a non-Christian. Like, okay, so like I'm out here in like Indonesia, right? I'm like in Bali, and everything here is Hindu, right? There's some Muslims as well, but a lot of stuff here is Hindu. I would never go in and like trash a Hindu temple. Like, what kind of a sick, messed up person would go into somebody else's church, somebody else's temple, somebody else's religious sacred place, and like desecrate it?
Yeah.
I would never do something like that, right? Why would you do that? This is something important. Like, would you go into somebody's house and they go, oh, that's a beautiful vase you have on the mantle. Oh no, that's not a vase. That's my grandmother's ashes. Oh, interesting. Grab the vase, throw it down, stomp on it, you know, piss on it in front of them. Like, of course you wouldn't do that because that's insane. Only an insane person would do something like that, right? But that's what they're doing in France.
I know why they do it.
Yeah, because they hate
evil. God. No, because they hate God.
God. That's exactly what it is. That's the thing. A lot of these evangelical atheists, as I call them, they're not really atheists, actually. They don't not believe in God. They do believe in God, and then they hate God.
Yep.
That's been my theory since I was like, I think in high school. I noticed that. All right, let's have a look at Chris Clayton. Gave us $10. Thank you very much, Chris. He says, to paraphrase the father of the new left, Herbert Marcuse, or Marcuse, he says, tolerance should be removed from the right and extended to the left, including for violence. P.S. James Lindsay does not hate Christians. James Lindsay did have like a weird little thing on X where he was in this sort of like weird debate with Christians about Christianity being like stupid or something like that. I don't even really know why he was doing it. James Lindsay is a little bit crazy, and he likes to stir the pot, and he likes to be a bit of a contrarian, and he likes to challenge people and stuff like that. But yeah, he's definitely an atheist though, so I don't really know what his deal is. I should talk to him at some point. I had lunch with him once, but I don't know him particularly well. MMA Fix jumped in. He says, Chris can't be blackmailed. We already know about the hundreds of Russian and European women. Speaking of which, nice.
But you know the whole blackmail thing. Now that he mentioned that, the whole blackmail thing is over with. The left has moved the deviancy, the degeneracy. It's made it almost normal now that nothing will surprise anybody anymore. So what are they going to blackmail you with? All you can say is, so put it out there, and like, so what?
Right. Degeneracy has been normalized.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they're even defeating that option that they used to have,
Right. You can't
like,
blame.
I remember, like, if you were gay, that was a big thing. If it came out that you were gay, oh my God, they would never be able to be in an election or anything. You could destroy a person back in the day if they found out that they were gay. Now it's like if somebody says they're gay.
Well, that's why they keep, whenever they say, oh, they're trying to blackmail Barack Obama by saying that he's gay, I'm always like, are you sure that would be bad for him, actually?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if this is a legitimate. I don't know if this theory holds water. I don't know if it's wrong. It might be right. But I don't think it would be bad for his public image. So I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me in my head. But I don't want to tell everybody they're wrong. All right, let's get on to the biggest story of the day. I think this is even bigger than my amazing parody video, which is, by the way, amazing. But let's jump into what I think is the biggest story of the day. This is from Clown World, posted this on X. And Clown World says, breaking. Yeah. Breaking, Meta/Facebook is now labeling the photo of Donald Trump immediately following the assassination attempt as altered, and they are preventing it from being seen on their platforms. And okay, so this is a screenshot somebody took after they tried to share this photo. And it says, you shared a photo. Independent fact checkers reviewed a similar photo and said it was altered in a way that could mislead people. This is like what Gavin Newsom wants to do with my parody video. Mm-hmm. Facebook determined your post has the same altered photo and added a notice to the post. People who repeatedly share false information might have their post moved lower in newsfeed, so other people are less likely to see them. Yeah, so take that. Yeah, this is disturbing. The weird thing is, Zuckerberg came out after this assassination attempt and said, you know what? Trump, kind of a badass, you know? And so you gotta think, like, I don't know if this is a Zuckerberg thing. I think this is just like he's hired so many of these like left wing.
The machine. The machine is just
the machine.
Working.
At this point, it is a machine. Yeah. Let's see what they got in the comment section here. Oh, you can buy a T-shirt from Clown World. Don't do that. Buy mine. They're better. Buy the fight merch. It's good stuff, you know. Somebody before you got on, somebody actually, I don't remember who it was, but they said that they were wearing their fight shirt, and they said actually that the one of the other Trump shirts they liked better. I was like, buy them all. I think hopefully that's kind of like one funny thing about Elon Musk posting my thing, you know, posting my video and getting like 120 million views or whatever. I don't think I'm going to pay anything for that. I mean, maybe I will. I don't know, but it doesn't show up in my metrics as like people have seen my video. And I thought, shouldn't this show up in my metrics because it's my video? But it didn't show up in my metrics. So I'm like, I don't think I'm going to pay for that. I was like, it's fine, you know. Just so long as it kills Kamala's campaign, I'm happy.
Yeah.
But then he posted it with my original tweet, and then the metrics started blowing up. So I'm like, okay, that I probably will get paid for. So I might get like a little bit of money from that. I don't know how much, maybe like a couple $100 or something. But hey, it's not nothing. You know, it'll be interesting to see. Franklin Liberty writes, blatant election interference. True, that's actually true, because that image in itself is a powerful image, and it being shared, it says something, right? And so sharing that image in itself is a freedom of speech issue, I would say. David Gochstein writes, the Democrats are doing everything they can to suppress news of the assassination attempt on Trump, both on social media and mainstream media networks. Is that true, you think? I mean, they're just not really talking about it, I don't think, anymore. Clown World says it's clear the left wants to control the narrative. The censorship of Trump's assassination attempt photo is just more proof. When will people wake up?
Yeah, it's wild.
You know, maybe I should do a parody video of the Trump assassination attempt, the Secret Service audio. What was the Secret Service comms? Oh, hey, Jeb, you got a shot on that guy? What's going on? Yeah, I see the guy. Looks like he's got a gun. Was it a real gun or is it a squirt gun? I don't know. Looks like a real gun to me, Johnny.
Yeah, I think it's a kid playing airsoft. I don't know.
I think it's a kid playing airsoft.
Hold on, we gotta wait. Does it have an orange tip?
I think it's just using the scope to get a better look at Trump there. Yeah. Does it have an orange tip? Yeah. Mine has an orange tip, but I think that's just a disease. Okay. Ann Nelson jumps in. She says, you made Newsom mad. LOL. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I made Newsom mad. Newsom is not so happy. Let's see here. Thumper, the sweaty fat guy, jumps in. He says, try to share your video on Facebook. They did not allow it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a theory about that, actually, because I was able to post the original video on Facebook. like directly to Facebook. But I can't share the YouTube video. So why is that? And here's my theory. When I upload it to Facebook or to YouTube, the original video to YouTube, there's a button that says, did you use AI to mimic somebody's voice? And they say, if you've done that, you have to click this button. And YouTube's crazy, like, especially with my channel, like they will take me down for any reason. So I'm like, okay, well, I better conform to their stupid rules. So I click that button. Now, I think because I admitted that using this sort of like button click, that when that video gets uploaded to Facebook, Facebook goes, no. There's like manipulated voice, AI stuff. So we can't post it. But if I post the original video, Facebook doesn't even ask. So I can post the original video. I just can't post it from YouTube because it's got that box ticked. That's what I think is going on. I don't know for sure. That's just my theory. Okay. That's total speculation. I could be completely off base, but that's the only guess that I have. That's the only reason I can think of why it wouldn't work with the YouTube video, but it does work uploading directly. MMA Fix jumps in. He says, since when has Facebook suppressed anything? Give me 50 examples. Okay, give me 100 examples. All right, never mind. Yeah, they do suppress a little bit. Hunter Biden never really left a laptop in a repair shop. That was the Russians left that there, is what happened. They planted it, okay? There was signs of Russian disinformation. There was signs. All the hallmarks, I believe they called it. All the hallmarks.
You didn't post the super chat, by the way, on the screen.
Oh, sorry. I'll throw it up there. MMA Fix. Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate it. That's all the news we have. I mean, we got quite a few viewers, but I didn't sleep last night, and Jason is sick. So do you want to just leave?
I guess.
We love you guys. We're sorry to cut it short. Normally we would talk forever, but Jason only gave me 3 stories. So I blame him for all of this. I should have jumped in. I should have grabbed a bunch of Twitter stuff, but
there was really only one story to talk about, to tell you the truth.
The story of me. All right.
Yep. If that didn't happen, I would have been like, Chris, I think we should just skip to Thursday.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, brother. I will see you next Thursday, and I will see all the rest of you next Thursday. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for your brilliant insights. Thank you to all the reporters watching right now, trying to figure out which AI app I used. I'm not going to tell you. And you could email me. I'm not gonna dish it out. All right, well, but that's it for us for today. And remember, it's not that liberal friends are ignorant. It's just they know so much that is not so. Good night, guys.